Hi, everyone. Thanks for waiting an extra minute. Better late than never. Here we are, and so excited to be joining many of you here today. So, gosh, I wonder how many of these shows we've done already, Kristal. What do you think? We'll have to go back and look. Maybe 20 or something?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's been like a good solid year.
Yeah, so more than 20.
Must have been.
Probably close to
One a week
50.
for a year.
Yeah. I think we've missed a couple of weeks, but
Yeah.
overall, almost every week. So yeah, we're getting on to a year of doing these live Q&As. And
Seems like another giveaway could be good soon.
ooh, yeah. Well, we'll just put something in the mix here to tantalize you. I've been very busy. Well, and Kristal has been very busy as well, but we are in the process of completing the design and launch of a new website with all of my courses that I've been curating and designing for almost 40 years. So there's courses that I've never offered anywhere that are going to be on this new website. It's going to be a membership-based website, and the launch date that we're planning for the first soft launch with all of you and our subscribers and so on is going to be the last week in October of 2025. It's so exciting, and it's been all encompassing, and it's just fun to share that with you, just to drop that little hint. You're going to be hearing more about that in these next 3 or 4 shows. We'll be giving you some more specific details of what you can look forward to, the price point. Of course, you're going to be receiving the very, very best discount, because in a way, any of you that want to come on and join the membership on this new website are going to be our, I want to say, inner circle, our sort of like co-designers, the pilot project. But make no mistake, this is a lifetime of my deep devotion to a lot of different subjects that really weave together beautifully. And yeah, so excited to be getting closer to that launch date. And I love to share with you more as things are ready to be put out there into the public sphere. And you'll be hearing about it, as I said. So what's the take for this week? What are people feeling? What is the general energy? We have a couple of questions up already. Christian has given a question.
We're going to start with Leo's.
Oh, we're going to start with Leo's. Okay, Leo's question up at the top here. Thanks for this, Leo.
Yeah.
Is cremation more spiritual minded than being in a coffin? Wow. I mean, kind of interesting that you're asking this question, and we are in this time of the year here in the Northern Hemisphere, coming into the fall harvest season. We've just had our fall equinox, autumnal equinox. The eclipse season is upon us. We're right partway through it. We just had a lunar eclipse. And I learned recently that this is the most feminine time of the year. And really, from the autumn equinox to what we call Samhain or All Souls Eve or Halloween, however you want to term that, this is a marker time where our ancestors, the veils between the worlds, are the thinnest of the whole year. And I think it's a really important time to talk about the cycles of life and death. It's a really great time to not fixate on the fear, the negativity, but to open up to the naturalness, the full circle of life, right? Like that this is the time of year where literally the harvest of, we're out basically on the land gathering all our foods and putting the gardens to bed. So there is a kind of death and rebirth energy at this time of year. So
I guess it also depends on what coffin you're asking about. I mean, maybe one of those mushroom coffins is quite a spiritual, right? So maybe we look at all 3 of them.
Oh, what a great idea, Kristal. What
Some
a great
sort
idea.
of green burial reality.
Yeah, so something like the new version of what coffins are available. I mean, there's all kinds of things, right?
Yes.
And even with cremation, I feel like there's various different ways that how you go about that and where you place the ashes and so on.
Let me just hand those over to be
Thank you.
magicked by the mama.
Yay.
My apologies. Did I interrupt what you were saying?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all, love. Okay, so here we go. You pick.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we could do 3 piles.
Okay.
Like cremation, traditional casket, and then green burial realities.
So green burial, what Kristal's referring to, is a kind of intentional casket that is designed to have a different relationship with how it decomposes in the earth. And it, you know, it's not just about environmental impact. I think it is a spiritual question, because those ones that she put up on that show, if you go back and watch her first, it was on your first Beyond Karma show, wasn't it?
It was when JC was on there with me.
Yeah. And she brought up that information about the mushroom caskets that literally grow like it's crazy. Like you have to go watch it. But there's a different kind of spiritual intelligence in a choice like that versus, you know, the traditional kind of casket ground burial that we're used to over the last couple of 100 years here in the West. So
let's do it, kiddo. Let's do it. Cremation.
Oh, here we're gonna make.
Yeah.
Mouse. Train myself. There we go. Okay.
Traditional casket. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. How do I place it here?
You've got them going down in a line. Is that how you wanted it?
No, I'm gonna fiddle.
Okay, you fiddle. That's great.
Okay.
Ooh.
I fiddled.
Okay, so let's start with cremation. That's interesting, isn't it? It's almost like, it's become trendy, but it actually is a very ancient system. Like having the devil there is interesting because it feels like it's been hijacked. You know, you get a bit of that. Like this is perhaps like it's very, very ancient, like 9,000-10,000 years. We've been doing this, but it's been, there's something
about the way that they do it now.
Correct.
Is something about too tied into like financial, like the money system, too tied into like it's
all about efficiency, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, well, we don't have room in the ground and you know, this is just cleaner and whatever. It just feels like it's been, I don't know, there's something.
But it's not cleaner though, because they're still embalming them before they put them in there. Like all of the fluids, it's actually can be quite toxic. Smoke. Yeah.
There's something.
The way we're doing
weird. Remember last night we smelled that smell in the air?
I know.
Oh my God. We smelled the weirdest smell. What?
You're so cute. She's so dramatic sometimes.
Well, I've had a bit of coffee this morning. I've been off coffee for like over a month and I'm a little coffee nuts, so apologies.
No apologies. Oh my gosh, no, it was wonderful.
Okay, so here we go. Yes, cremation, probably a long-standing, one of the oldest rituals, but done like something about the way it's being done now has been hijacked. So leave that, like it's not a no, but it needs an upgrade is what I'm hearing. It needs to be brought back into more of a spiritual.
Agreed.
And this one, look at this. It feels like because people are familiar with it, it actually feels quite beautiful. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Like I think people really appreciate how it looks, right? When you see one of those beautiful mahogany caskets with the big brass handles, and I think it appeals to our desire to see our loved ones like, you know, held in honor, like a royal energy of the very best quality of what we can afford to offer them. So I'm surprised, actually. This traditional looks very, very good, but we are also missing something here.
Yeah.
We're also missing something.
Like this.
Well, it could.
It's the beginning of a new direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's the beginning of a new direction. We've got some conversations happening here too.
Okay.
Well, for one, we can't too smell that smell. What's really happening to all the body is, when is the last time you witnessed a new cemetery? Not everyone's being cremated.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Purification by fire. Vikings sent out their dead on a ship and lit it on fire along with treasures for the next life. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, there's something about the spiritual offering as well, like that I just think about like what I know about cremations. Like, for example, when my mom was cremated, well, both my adoptive and my biological mom were cremated. They go like the cremation, you either take the jewelry off or they take it, like the funeral homes take it. Like they tell you that. They go through and like scoop through the ashes and take out whatever is in there that's metal, which could be gold fillings or whatever. It's just weird, right? It's like, so if you have rings and things that you want to like have your person cremated with, they take that. So they tell you, take it off of them, anything that you want. I don't know. It just feels a bit like, dude, you're making so much money off of this already. Really? You've got to, can we not just put this? I don't know. Anyway,
Tis a big topic.
It is a big topic.
Tis a big topic. And
well, interesting. A poet and his poesy is saying the handling of a body once the soul passes is for the survivors, not the one who's died. I don't actually agree with that. I absolutely see that the ritual is for the survivors to integrate their grief and send that person off in a good way. But I also believe that the body deserves a certain kind of care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't just like, I don't have this, yes, it's a meat suit and we drop it, but how we drop it, do we go, ew, goodbye body, gross, get away from it? Like it, I feel like we want to honor that it served us well and or not well or whatever, right? Like I just feel there's something about the care that we can afford to go that extra little distance, even though it's uncomfortable. We don't like to talk about it or think about it. So,
well, it's one of those things, like even Suzanne was saying, was looking into being buried to become a tree. Eventually that kind of felt good back then, but now I'm suspicious of that too. I feel like this is all up for us right now because we have really, for so many years now, handed the power of what happens with our dead over to a system. And we're now in the curiosity and the rebuilding of new systems of what is going to happen when we cross over and what happens with our bodies. So these are sort of the growing pains of, just like we're having growing pains with building new systems in a lot of different arenas. This is one of the growing pains that we're going through in this particular arena as well.
What a big topic we've opened up. And look at who is this person here? I gotta go up for a second. Marianne Thompson is saying cremation was hijacked because they will mutilate the corpse, take what they need, like organs. You have no control in the process.
Is it even the ashes
from your loved one? Okay, so this is very, very interesting. And I have my own experience with thankfully, at least having the process where I witnessed, like with my adoptive mother, we did a lying in wake, which means that we stayed with the body for 3 days after she died. It's a very interesting story. I'm writing some stuff about it that eventually will come out on one of my platforms with a million other projects. Anyway, that we actually were there when her body went into the furnace. I was the one that was able to press the button, and I was actually able to be there when it came out. So it's very interesting. And I feel like, again, if we give away all that control to them, whoever they are, we don't have to do that. We have rights. We can stay more involved in this process and stop these kinds of things from happening. It's just because we don't want to deal with it that we go, yeah, take the body away, deal with it, do whatever you have to do, and just give me the box at the end or whatever. So, big topic. Anything else you have to say about all that, Kristal?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, they collect the tooth gold and other metals and resell them. Huge businesses, like especially with the price of gold right now, right? It's like, yeah. So, good question. And so many people avoid talking about it. You're absolutely right. And we don't.
It's a big topic that we're very passionate about.
Yeah,
actually.
it's like it's one of the things I was talking about, my online platform of education and these various different categories, and one of those categories is about conscious death and the process of, the transition from all the way from planning to carrying out the requests of the deceased person, which someday will be us, right? So
back to the top.
Back to the top we go, and we've got another very interesting. Christian has asked a very
throwing us for a bit of a loop here.
Yeah. Here, let's see if we can get that up. Can you look into the Panama alien? I don't know much about this black goo creature that was born out of a meteorite and now has grown into an incredible size. Has an eye.
The founder released into the water.
So the one that found it released. Okay. Wow. Weird. What is this? Kristal, you've got a real sense of these ocean portals. We'll see what you get.
Yeah, actually. Totally. Look into the Panama alien. Panama alien. Panama.
So the canal going between North and South America. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Schluffler here.
These are very macabre kind of topics, but it fits with this time of year, I think. I mean, we're not even into Scorpio season yet, but gosh, we're getting a head start on it, I think, this year, because there's so much. If we think about the year of the wood snake, the Chinese year of the wood snake, we're going to do that one. Yeah. Okay. This is a year of literally transmuting the old. So there's a lot of death and recycling energy that will carry us through till February of 2026 when we go into Fire Horse, and then it'll feel very different. So, yeah. Okay. So what is this creature, Kristal? What are you getting on that? I trust your instincts with this.
Interesting. I mean, it feels like it's new, something maybe that it brought a new energy with it. And I do feel like it is potentially an activator of underground portals, because, I mean, look at this Three of Wands there as well. It's like opening up for us to be able to look at what's going on in the water.
Oceans. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's to call us to the ocean.
Yeah.
Like I'm hearing kind of like the siren sound. It's saying, look at the oceans. Now it's time to look at the oceans.
Like this is an activating card, right?
Ace of Wands. Interesting. I was getting that this is a mythical creature. Like we've seen this creature before in mythology. So it's the reemergence. So mythology and these mythological beings show up. We talked about this a few months ago. I remember it came up in one of our live Q&As.
Was that with the wolf?
Yeah. And we were talking about how mythological creatures show up in real form during transitions between epochs. Whoa.
Yo.
Drop.
Mic drop.
Sorry,
mic drop. Mic drop.
So it is for any of you that know mythology, I'm hearing ancient Greek mythology, there's a creature that is similar to this. And so it came up in the shift of the last epoch, the Atlantean epoch, now we're in the post-Atlantean epoch. So, and what is our next epoch? I can't remember. There's a name for it, the one that we're heading into. But look at this as well. If you see with this card, the ocean in the background, you see the fish and the ocean with the boats. See all that? He's literally floating on a plinth in the middle of the ocean. He's our ocean like navigator. And then this one is, as Kristal said, look at all the boats on the water in the distance. This is the explorer card. So it's got us looking to the depths of the ancient mythology of the ocean, because these creatures come back to herald in a new epoch.
So why are we doing that?
Well, they come back to work with us.
Yeah.
And interesting, I was really focusing on this plinth that the King of Cups is sitting on, or his throne is on, floating on. It's like a raft. And I don't look at that very often, but here is also like the Four of Pentacles is a lot about a foundation. So they're going to work with us to build a new foundation. So I feel like it's a mythological re-emerging creature. And when when we say alien, what we mean is alien to our understanding, to our knowledge, to our gnosis. It's outside of that which we know at this time, but it's not necessarily. We often think alien means it came from another planet, but really what we're talking about is interdimensional. It just comes from a different time and space dimensionally. So we don't have to think, oh, it flew in here from Mars. It may have a Mars energy about it, but that's our frequency band, and it pops into reality when it's relevant here on planet Earth. Does that make sense to people?
Makes sense to me.
Cool.
Love it.
Yeah, I really get a feeling of like looking into mythology that was from Atlantis. Everybody's speaking amongst themselves. Oh.
How about all the souls created in the Twin Towers?
Oh, yeah. Whew. I mean, that's a big topic.
Yeah.
Let's just see if we got any of us liberate our creativity.
Yeah.
I love that. I feel like I don't want to downplay the topic of cremation and what happens to the body after death. I just feel like it's such a deep dive. We've probably done a good job today of opening that up, and let's leave it for a bit because I have a feeling it'll come back. Okay.
Great.
Liberating our creativity. And for you, June, you're referring to art. What a fantastic question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How can we liberate our creativity? I love it.
And what's the value of this? What does creativity do for us? Because again, it doesn't feel very efficient, right? It's like, oh, well, yeah, I make art or I make music, but it doesn't pay the bills, or like it's not going to grow my food to feed me or whatever, but what is it?
Also, like, what is it activating when we are liberating it that maybe is, activating some magnetism in us? Or how do we look at it? Focus? Yeah, let's focus.
Kristal's referring to the type of spread here. So, and for any of you that don't know us, if you happen to be here new, I have a feeling we've got some new people here today. Kristal and I are a mother and daughter team. We've been on this journey while we've been in the sort of awake truther paradigm. I've been in it for over 30 years. Kristal's been kind of
bumbling along
behind me or beside me with all that. But in terms of our spiritual woo evolution and research and study, I've been into that for over 40 years, and Kristal's been in it over 40 years, her life. So this is a beautiful opportunity for us to just, totally in the moment, spontaneously look at questions that everyone may find really interesting and relevant for our spiritual development. So we're happy.
It's also the opportunity when we're doing it all together, then we have the potency of everyone's powers and guides that are tuning in with us as well to amplify the questions that we're asking. So,
yeah.
So here we go. How can any of us liberate our creativity?
Isn't that interesting? That's the card we were talking about with art this morning.
Yes, it is. It is.
You go.
Well, it's an interesting one. I feel like before we can step into liberation, we're being asked to step into our own beings and really look at some of the things that may be our shadows, some of the things that might be coming up right now that are, I guess, holding us back from our liberation or weighing us down in a way from really being able to go forward. I mean, it feels like even in the past, couple of years, couple of months, but over the past couple of years. And this fellow, he is somebody that is like real vantage point and is looking out onto life to see where to go next, but he's actually looking into the past, right? And this is a lot of what we've been doing over the past couple of years, is literally really looking at the past and listening to our own internal wisdom, what comes up around that, what is asking to be looked at, to be felt, to be expressed. And that actually, some of this, the weightiness of the grief around a lot of what we've been through, is part of our liberation. And when we were talking, I feel like it's important a little bit. When we were talking about this card this morning, it was in relevance to liberating me in a certain way, and to look at creating some art around the human form. And I was feeling a lot of like all of these ways with which we look at ourselves and feel a sadness or an insecurity or not liberated in ourselves, for me to actually capture those places in a beautiful artistic way that creates beauty from them, so that I can move through that
just sorrow.
Yeah.
the sorrowful.
Yeah. And sort of like but as we were saying, this is actually really, it's quite quick. It's quite surface. It's something that is almost like a bad habit, right?
With that 5, the 5s are very fast, right? So
Yeah.
this is a grieving self-pity card, but I just look at this and I think of the tortured artist or the tortured poet, right? People often create from their sadness that inspires, unrequited love has been the motivator for so much creativity on this planet, right? Because people are just their deep sort of sorrowful grief around something actually opens their heart to beauty. And I'm really fascinated by how all of these characters, except for our chariot, they're all facing the past. Look, because we talk about the past when we do a tarot reading. The past is just as you would read across the page in Western culture, you'd read from left to right. So once you're in the middle of the page, anything on your left is the past, and anything on your right is the future, going in the direction of the future, meaning like you're reading, you've already read that, it's in the past. So the fact I do often look at the orientation of where are the characters facing. And if you look at this, our Knight of Swords, who has some anger, has some like mental frustration. He's on he's got a bone to pick, a chip on his shoulder. You've got this person that is like taking in the big picture, looking through the eons of history at the past of the history of this world. We've also got the solo warrior, loner, hermit that's doing all this research and like alone, feeling very lonely, right? And then we've even got the world dancer is still glancing to the past, even as she emerges. And then the sorrowful, grieving 5 of Cups is also facing the past.
I like this though. This card here, I notice, has some different colors that are spilt here.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
Red and green.
it's like 2 different colors of red and green. And so there's something I don't know, that spoke to me about something about art. And
it looks like paint.
It looks like paint. It looks like paint to me. So it's kind of like it's almost like there's an opportunity for a new style of art to be born here. Yeah, there's a new style of something that is like comes from this, because the 2 of Cups is our masculine and feminine. It's like this new uh balanced place of, there's a liberation in that. There's a liberation that comes from when we honor the balance of our grief and our empowerment, and they can come from the same place. And that's kind of what I was talking about. I was like, all of a sudden, when I flipped the switch of like, wow, could I actually embrace these parts of myself that I want to hide, or that I want to shelter, and actually be like, oh, I feel really excited to think about actually capturing them as a unique expression of my being that's so beautiful. And so it's like we look at some of our past, some of our losses from some of the things that have held us back. But then on the other side of that is actually all of the beauty in that.
Yeah.
All of the beauty.
And it's part of also balancing the hemispheres, because look at, we've had all this thinking going on back here, the swords, right? And we're going to stop thinking. We're going to surrender thinking. The 3 swords are hanging now on the wall, and the person is literally calming the mind, meditating, going inward for inspiration. And then we have the chariot, which is like literally it's like our motivation, our reason for living. The chariot is what pushes us, like propels us forward, and we don't get real, true, authentic motivation by force. You can't drive yourself. The chariot, you'll notice, the Sphinx, there's no there's no whip, there's no range, there's no nothing. It's mental and emotional, spiritual and physical balance. It's a balance point. And then it's almost like a magic carpet. Like you're in that frequency where everything is harmonizing, and that true motivation is what propels you. And we all know what that feels like. For example, with this launch of my new website, which is really my old, it's my long-standing body of work that's been partially finished for years on end, and I just haven't had the time or the right set of circumstances to complete that and put it out in the world in a beautiful way. The motivation is like Kristal's seen this, right? You've observed this. I could stay up all night every day for months on end because like my eyeballs and my bottom don't handle it, sitting on my butt and my eyes on the screen. But I could if my body could handle it, I could go day and night, because it's truly, I'm in my zone. I'm in that artist zone. I'm in my frequency, and it's so joyful. It's so, I don't have to force myself. I don't have to go, oh my God, I got to go work on this. It's like, I can barely stop thinking about it. It's like I'm impassioned about it. So that is what you'll find, this true motivation, which is not willpower.
I have something to say about this. I love it, Mama. This, can you stay where I am, please?
Yes, sure.
So I hear you. I feel like I need to paint with my hands. Okay, there is something, and Matthias De Stefano,
something like that. Yeah.
Matthias talks about the power with which we have in our hands. Our hands are the activators of like true liberation. And when we dance with our hands, when we move with our hands, when we create with our hands, and I feel like that's why a lot of these cultures, like Italians and French people, and they're so expressive with their hands and stuff like that. If like you talking about painting with your hands, I just see just like this liberation of scooping, like feeling all of these paints and colors, and just like making this art in a really liberated way, and it's also the activation of what I was talking about with the masculine and the feminine, because we're utilizing then both sides of our circuitry, of our systems, right? And so you're activating, you're not just painting with the one hand, you're activating and liberating, moving this energy and these parts through you. So I think you're spot on with feeling the need to paint with your hands.
And as Kristal said, the feminine masculine, that's the black and white sphinx here, it's the hemispheres of your brain, really. It's your chemistry. And we want to balance our chemistry so that we're motivated. We have true motivation. Our chemistry has been so tampered with. Our ability to kind of embody both sides of the hemispheres of the brain has been so damaged, so polarized, that it keeps us from creativity. And creativity is actually a way back to that place. So it's like you want the liberty, the liberation to move into creativity. It's almost like move into your grief, move into your frustration, your anger, your sorrow, and through your creativity, you will then be liberated to be more creative, because your hemispheres will come into alignment, is what I'm hearing. So beautiful. And by the way, Kristal mentioned Matthias, and I just want to reiterate for any of you that, we don't necessarily agree. Anyone that we're mentioning on this channel, it's not like we follow and we are completely in agreement with 100% of this person. Like I understand that some people have questions about a lot of these different influencers and personalities and so on. And we're not saying we agree with everything about this person, but we really resonate with some of their teachings. And I feel that is very appropriate. If we said, oh, we are only going to be open to teachings that are completely pure, from source, I mean, everything on this planet has been filtered through some lens of distortion. So if you can bear with us and not automatically assume, that would be really great, because we go for the message over the messenger, if that makes sense. It's like, if the message really is working, we don't need to take everything.
We encourage you to do the same.
Yeah, totally.
We invite you to do the same with us and with anybody else, right? It's we're going to bring our own nature and wisdom into discerning what is meant to come through our lens.
And which messages resonate and which don't.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't all resonate.
Susan had a period where she was painting with any kind of kitchen utensils. The results were fantastic. I love it.
I would love to see that. I'd love to see the potato masher.
For sure. Now I want to go paint. Like, never mind all this responsibility of the day. I'm going to go slop around and paint.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so welcome, June. Thank you for your question. That was beautiful.
Where are we at? Do we have any new questions, folks? What's happening?
Suzanne had said something about a previous question, so let's look. If you want to switch other questions. So is there a previous question that we missed of hers?
Oh, maybe.
Look up.
Okay.
Look way up.
Suzanne.
Got a horrible sickness. John's got a horrible sickness.
Yeah, I was reading some of that. No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, okay. We're going down to that question, Suzanne, the most recent one, which is about...
It's up. It's up.
Oh, okay. I'm so used to potato masher. I wish you could screen share that with us. That'd be great. Note to self.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So the words MYKHYN. Yeah. Do you need glasses, honey?
No.
You getting old?
No. It's just tiny up there.
Oh, yeah.
Blink, blink. Probably need more fatty acids. That's what my eye doctor told me back in the day when my vision was fuzzy. Like, you just need more essential fatty acids. I was like, oh yeah.
And hydration is really important too. And
thanks,
less
Cassandra, for laughing with us on that one. Appreciate you. Okay. Let's get to the point here. Oh, you want me to read it?
Here, you want my glasses.
If
we're
you
insufferable, folks.
Want to switch other questions. Okay, can you look into the words MYKKHYN? It was appearing for the longest time everywhere and was painting around it, but could never find anything of its meaning.
Weird. Okay, that's interesting.
Not okay. MYK.
My K. We are silly. Oh, apologies, everybody.
No, wait, don't apologize for laughter. It's essential. Okay. Everywhere? I never saw it.
Okay.
We're going to look into it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
So for Suzanne, it was
appearing.
And so I think we'll actually expand this question a little with your permission, Suzanne, and say, when you see really strange phenomena appearing like this, what does this mean? Janice, the best laughs ever.
Lisa was telling me, she was like, your mom's laugh is the best. I was like, oh. She's like, yours too. And I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yours too, Kristal.
I laugh better than yours. We are silly. We're silly. We have to be, though, right? Because when you're processing a lot of big stuff on this planet for decades.
Okay. Almost every time I did it, gematria, it showed up in so many searches. Okay.
So this is a phenomena, what you're referring to. I actually just had a client who I did a session for a few days ago. And then after the session, she was doing something with technology. She's a singer, an opera singer, and she was doing something with her rehearsal technology where they audio transcribe things, and I don't know, it's a whole thing with technology. Anyway, it always gives her like certain feedback that comes in words related to the song, the words of the song that she's singing, and it always kind of transcribes them. And it started transcribing all these messages that were related to our reading. Middle one, please. And it was like, only it just did it in like, it repeated the same message like 38 times or something. Like, it was so freaky. She sent it to me. She was like, you're not going to believe this. This is what my program transcribed related to the practice that I just did. It didn't transcribe the words of the song. It gave me these messages. So anyway, there's what I'm referring to is this phenomena where spirit is knocking on your door and giving you codes. It's giving you messages. If it's showing up in more than one place.
I'm just looking. Can you look up for, we'll look at, I'm seeing Maria had a question that was important for us to answer that's dated for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
will look for that.
See it here.
You
keep looking. Maria Mezek something.
Actually, Maria, would you be willing to put it in capitals at the bottom, please? That would be really helpful. Thank you.
If you have time, it's dated for tomorrow, 9/24. Yeah, go ahead and put it back up there because we have time.
Yeah, we have time, so we'll do this one after your question after.
Okay. Focus. Okay. We've done it all.
So just
lay out what is what I'm asking.
Maybe a focus. I think.
Can you look into the words MYKHYN?
We could do.
Is it two words? That's what I was thinking. Like, do we do a pile for MYK and a pile for HYN? Is what I was thinking.
Let's do that. That sounds good.
MYK. Okay.
And then
HYN.
Well, it's interesting. Oh yeah, MYKHYN.
Are we doing it right? Are we asking about the right thing in the right way here?
I think we are.
It always came up together.
Okay. So, well, first of all, this one feels to me, we've got 2 7s here, 7 of swords. When you start analyzing, just like doing gematria, which is basically just deciphering code, right? Like, we've got number code, numerology code, we've got letter code, which is gematria related to numerology code, and then we've got deciphering just code messages. So it's like, it's like being in wartime and deciphering the Enigma machine or something, right? So you basically say, okay, my higher self is saying something to me, and I'm going to use all the tools at my disposal to see if I can make some sense of this. So overall, that first MYK feels to me like we've got 2 number 7s, because we've got the 1 7 is 17, which is the star card, and we've got the 7 of swords. And then we've got another sword, which is an ace. So it actually, that's a 1 and a 7. 1 7 1 7. So I would look at the number 17. And I would look at, and does that relate to the gematria that you did on those 3 letters? I'm curious about that. And then if you were to just read the tarot with these 3 together, what would you say with those 3 together, Kristal? How would you read them as a message? 7 of swords.
I would say that it's codes for I would almost say that it's codes for hearing your like a yes. Because to me, this feels like old, like ancient codes that are there for you to like remember and to give you your yes with something. And this feels like new systems that are trying to come in that help you to identify your no.
Interesting. It's funny because I got it the other way around. I was getting
You did?
I was getting this is new. This is fresh and new, and this is the old paradigm coming to an end. So there's something.
But this is new from an old remembering.
Yeah, and this like star ancestry, which is also like, to me, that's about timeline. Star Nation is about other epochs, other timelines, other versions of ourselves in different time and space. So it's to me, Seven of Swords with the Ace of Swords, strategizing to come into your fullest potential, because sevens are frequency. So you're being shown your highest timeline based on, as Kristal said, these ancient systems.
Yeah.
This one feels more like what we have going on right now. So the second, the HYN, it feels like it's what we've got going on right now, which is the rules of the culture and the systems that will need to be kind of unraveled and almost dissected, because this Page of Swords is a lot about like getting to the bottom of things, like looking through evidence, looking at data. And the Three of Swords is almost like dissecting things, because it's literally like the dissection of that heart. So it almost feels like it's telling you to look into the systems right now and look for the errors. This is reminding you of who you are, something like this.
Yeah, it almost feels like, could it be linked to portals, like the island Delos outside? Can you put that one up, the last one there?
And then we can just pull a couple more cards on that. Does that link to that?
Could it be linked to portals, like the island Delos outside Mykonos, which is said to have had a crystal machine for star travel?
Oh, and Maria says like Stargate codes. And then
right?
Oh, right. And then a poet in his posy says there's a lot that's old. Yeah. That will be all new to us, but somehow strangely familiar. Yeah. And then Cassandra is saying Nordic symbols. Yeah.
Interesting. Look at that.
Okay, so we've Yeah, you can't go looking for this. Like, it's got to find you. Does that make sense? Because look at this. You start to look down the rabbit hole and then you don't get very far. 2 5s. So there's like now you could say, oh no, we're not getting very far because we've been blocked. The portal isn't open. It's actually for your own well-being, that you're only given what you need for the next step. So let's just say if we are looking at Stargate codes, we only get the part that we're ready for, and we just like say thank you, right? Say thank you. So the message is you're being sort of given something, but don't try to analyze it too much. Just take it as an affirmation. Like, for example, when we look at things like angel numbers, I don't get as really wound into trying to do gematria on all of them. I just say, if it's 3 3s, I'm like, wow, they're saying, patting a shell on the back and saying, good job with synergy, with flow, with creativity. You're doing awesome, because 3 of a kind is a blessing. And the 3s are creativity, synergy, and flow, and so on. If it's 3 5s, I get a pat on the back, like, good job. You are doing great with going through chaos and not getting stuck in it. So I don't focus too much on really dissecting. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. They're going, just see it as a gift. It's sort of like, going around and finding, someone was mentioning finding white feathers, finding, we've talked about
Cassandra
finding
was.
Suzanne's
Suzanne's also saying that the gematria was completely random, usually from other words.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the Q plus because of the 17. So yeah, we got lots of interesting, and if you can stay, everybody, instead of like getting too attached, just stay in curiosity, because spirit can then keep speaking to you.
Lots of blue background cards. Truth.
In
both, actually.
Yeah. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. There we go.
How did you get? Never mind.
Oh, you found the star thing?
No.
Okay. The star thing we're talking about is a click on StreamYard.
No. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I think we've got time for one more question.
Yeah.
So we go to.
We didn't have.
Maria's question.
They didn't. Yeah.
They didn't come back with it.
No.
Let's go back and see if I can find it.
Sure.
It's dated.
I feel like there is something to do with the two words together, though, that that it is something that does work together in tandem with each other with this Two of Pentacles here. And it's going to continue just to be open to paying attention to it, as Mom said, not pursuing it so much. And it doesn't sound like
Yeah.
I don't see the other one.
I don't see the other one.
Yeah.
Sorry, we are trying.
There's
Maritza. Okay, Maritza.
Beautiful.
Can you tell us your question quickly, because we really want to cover it, but we can't find it. Sorry. Yeah. Just quickly put it in, maybe in capitals.
Thanks, lovely ladies. Tarot by Lupo. I look forward to seeing you later and hearing about how everything went. Hopefully you'll also come join my show this afternoon, everyone. Coming up in a few hours here.
Yeah. What time is that?
5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. Eastern. Right.
On the Beyond Mystic channel, my Beyond Karma show. I have such a sweet good news story that Mama found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Sweet.
Somebody here has said, see hello 5 or hello. Yeah. See hello 5 is saying, the first thing that came to me on MYK is mirror your knowledge.
Ooh, beautiful.
Well, and how expansive are your comments? Because I'm just reading down here and going, what an extraordinary group of people we all are. Your comments are so thought-provoking, right? And you're the way you're responding to each other, it's just incredible. Like we gather, as you can see, we're not like claiming to know everything about everything here. We are in the explorer circle with all of you. So it's super fun to do that. And I'll just quickly look to see if Maritza's question is here. No, not. So sorry.
10 p.m. UK time. Thanks, Tarot by Lupo.
Maritza, sorry, we're going to have to call it a day here, and you'll have to jump on to Kristal's show, and you can get your question answered there.
Thank you, everyone. Look at that. An hour flew by.
I know. Unbelievable.
It's all that laughter.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for joining us for another fun week, and such an awesome spirited fam, and we get to also work one-on-one with many of you, and you just blow our minds and our hearts open every time.
Totally. Truly.
Every time. It's just such a true honor.
Yeah.
So
like I finish a session and almost always, like 99% of the time, I literally put the cards down at the end of the session, shut off, the Zoom,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, wow, what an incredible person. What an incredible session. That was just so heart opening and powerful. Yeah.
Maritza is driving.
Okay, dear. So seriously, jump onto Kristal's show because she answers questions over there.
Absolutely.
And you can get it answered. So
if you're not driving at
right.
2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m.
Eastern. And
10 p.m. UK time.
we wish you all such a beautiful week.
Yeah.
And thank you for your incredible questions. Bring more next week. We look forward to seeing you here.
Thank you for being here.
Then, and bye for now.
Until next time.
Yep.